Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you will not regret it. And you're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate your support. Before I begin this video, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that stopped by the live stream last night. We had a good time. You know, it was funny. I hope you enjoyed the stories that I told you about my past. You know, and if you missed it, you missed it. But guys, I want to talk about something today that's a little bit off topic. I haven't done a Deion Sanders story in a while. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the University of Colorado and the big fuss about all these college players leaving and entering the transfer portal and stuff like that. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is normal. Now, it might not be to the extent of the mass exodus of what everybody's talking about, where the players are just leaving in droves. But you got to understand something. The situation with Deion Sanders is this. That man has to run a team. He has to create change. He had to create a culture. He has to bring that culture in. He's trying to instill focus. He wants winners. He wants kids that are going to be there through the thick and thin. You got to remember, Colorado was in bad shape before he got there. It was ranked low, you know, near the end in defense and in offensive production. So this man is coming into a whole new program with promises and high expectations. He cannot get there unless he brings in what? Change. Now, so far this week, some of the things I've heard, keeping up the news, is they had like 41 players on the roster at one time this week total. They had the spring game last week. Supposedly, kids quit before they even went to the spring game. It seems like him and his staff, they remained unwavered and they remained focused. He's not kicking people off. He said it. I didn't kick them off. They wind up leaving. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you something about Deion Sanders. As a player, playing against my team, you know, I respected his game. I didn't like him as a person. I thought he was just over the top, this and that. The man's not playing football no more. He's coaching it. And it's a difference. You know, a lot of the principles that got him successful in life and got him where he is, he's trying to instill, and he's using it in his coaching repertoire. So a lot of people and a lot of negative stuff you're hearing about Deion Sanders is a lot of times of what people think of him socially as a person from what they seen him do and the way he acted as a superstar in the NFL. I don't think that's right. I covered a lot of videos in the past about him and Jackson State, you know, separation. Then I talked a little bit about him going to Colorado and what I had expected. Honestly, guys, this is normal. He was on I seen him on a YouTube channel where a guy was interviewing him, another sports gentleman was interviewing him. And he said three things that made sense to me. He said, when they get rid of, he told his players, he said, you know, when they get rid of all the coaches, who you think is next? It makes sense. Then he said, in another analogy, he said, when you get a new house or you move into a new place, you do what? You bring furniture and add new furniture. Take old furniture out. Now, a lot of people are insensitive about the way he's using these analogies, but he's telling the truth. This was a losing organization with kids that were on a losing team. He has bigger aspirations. He has a name. He has a magnetic personality. He's going to bring the talent in. He can't have everybody play at the same time. A lot of people are going into the transfer portal because of his way of, the way he came in, his amount of swagger, the way he's coming. He's bringing a lot of coaches. They're hungry. They're going to coach hard. A lot of kids ain't used to that. It all comes down to confidence. A lot of these kids are doubting themselves, I believe. And I'm just being honest with you. A lot of these kids are doubting themselves. I played football my freshman year and sophomore year. You know, and it's intimidating a lot of times. You know in your head you're better than the person in front of you, but somehow that person in front of you is playing and you don't understand why. They're getting more playing time than you. You know you're better than that person. Sometimes just sitting back and waiting is not enough. So, I mean, I don't blame a lot of the times the kids because they were superstars or big fish on campus before Coach Prime come. Coach Prime come, now they're not getting them accolades, and here comes some new kids from another school or from off the street, and all of a sudden they got to take a back seat, and it looks like favoritism. That's all within the student. I mean, in the athlete. That's something he got to get over. There are 22 spots on the field taken up at any given time. Not everybody on the team can be out there at the same time. These kids know this. You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, I'm looking at some of the comments in the video I had seen about him, and people's like, "Oh, he's still arrogant, and it's just him doing what he do. He wants to be it's always about him. It's not about the." Listen, if you're a coach and you're selfish and you're around a bunch of kids and you're trying to motivate them, they'll see right through that. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what he said in that thing. He said, this is the third thing he said in that interview. He said, nowadays with kids, you can't come in here. You got to show and prove. You can't just come in here and be rah-rah and telling people you want them to do this. If you don't learn by example, they'll see right through that and you'll lose the team. I'm not trying to lose the team. And that's his job as a coach. They're paying this man equivalently in millions of dollars as, you know, his years go by with him having his contract. Remember, this is a progress. His money go up every year. What else is supposed to go up? And this is his job to provide. The talent's supposed to go up every year. Win results supposed to go up every year. You understand what I'm saying? A big thing about coaching college football and football itself is coming together as one cohesive unit and moving towards victory as a common goal. A lot of times you can't get victorious and have an overnight flip with the same people that are used to being in a losing season. He also said this: the kids were complacent in losing. He said he don't want complacency around here. No, nobody's comfortable. Because to be a winner, you constantly moving uphill and you constantly grinding. You constantly pushing yourself. He's pushing these kids. A lot of people on the outside like myself, you know, I'm not there. I'm not in practice. I'm not, you know, I can say whatever I want from the sideline, whether I like the man or not. And I respect the hell out of Coach Prime. I do. I believe what he's doing is going to be successful. He don't care. He has a job to do. He's going to do it. And then the thing that's funny is they're making a big thing out of this. A lot of people, he walking around with the cowboy hat on. They don't like that. He riding around the golf. He dancing. He's a 50-something-year-old man. He dancing with the young kids. A lot of people can't get past that part. He still think he a kid. He rubbed people the wrong way. That's their problem. You understand what I'm saying? Because obviously the higher ups in Colorado said, okay, we have something with this man and he can help us turn this program around. I'm pulling for him. I will always pull for him. Sometimes he talks and says things and I'm still learning. I'm like, man, that makes sense what he said. That's a good parable. I could use that in life. Think about it. He got some wisdom and he has something positive to inflict, to put on these kids. I mean, I'm being honest with you, I don't see none of the kids getting in trouble, acting crazy and stuff out there. You know, he's not trying to make the kids think like him. He's thinking like the kids almost in a situation of where he makes himself relatable. Not everybody can start. Most kids that go in the transfer portal, most of the time it's because they feel as though they're not getting enough playing time. Or they want to go somewhere else where they think they can start. Nothing wrong with it. This is happening all over right now. But the main focus is Colorado. Colorado is going to be the biggest story in college football because it's attached to the name of an NFL legend this year. I'm going to tell you something. When kickoff comes, first game, kickoff comes, everybody going to forget about all this stuff. Now, I'll do a video a little bit later about what I think is going to happen during the season and what I think, honestly, their win percentage is going to be. Some people are not going to like it, but I mean, it is what it is. Listen, this man, what he's doing, has done, and is trying to do is a good thing for the University of Colorado. So all you people that hate him as a person, give him a chance as a coach, man. You know what I mean? Because I think, honestly, in 2 to 3 years, everybody that's saying all these bad things about him and about the program will be eating crow. That's just my opinion. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.